High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town in Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hampden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Sports Complex here at Hampden Academy in Hampden for the site of tonight's Class A soccer contest between the Hampden boys and the Brewer Witches. This is the Ticket TV pregame show presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, Volkswagen, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com. I'm Mark Paulette, joined on the broadcast tonight by Chris Hoare as we welcome you into the broadcast booth, the Quirk Auto Group broadcast booth here on a beautiful night for soccer, Chris, and that is reflected in the crowd on hand for this one between the Witches and the Broncos. Plenty of people here on just a gorgeous setting for some high school soccer.
Yeah, this has been a great rivalry in soccer for at least the last decade or so, and you'll see it tonight when the fans interact in the game, and as do the players. It gets pretty heated no matter what team's records are.
Two teams pretty similar coming into the contest tonight. Both dropped the season opener by 1-0 score lines. Brewer Witches against Brunswick, Hampden Academy against Camden Hills. You take a look at the Class A, I believe, standings here in the north. And you got those teams down at 0-1 near the bottom, trying to look for their first victories of the season and join the likes of Lewiston, Edward Little, Mount Ararat, Camden Hills, and Brunswick up top.
Yeah, the perennial powerhouses near the top. It's early, though. One game in, and teams are going to learn from what happened in their last game and see if they can change it tonight.
Just a mile or two into the marathon. Those standings brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. Acadia FCU is a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Ticket TV coverage is brought to you in part, presented, I should say, by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. Coverage on Ticket TV also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's, Extra value meals are officially back. McDonald's is making bold moves to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer to find offers you won't want to miss. Our Ticket TV pregame show continues up next. We'll take a look at the rosters for the Witches and the Broncos. Don't go anywhere. Some Class A soccer coming your way in just a matter of moments.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia.
You'll do better at Darling's.
What I'd done.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to Hampden Academy. We got some Class A soccer coming your way tonight on Ticket TV on the boys' side of things between the Hampden Academy Broncos and the Brewer Witches. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare on the call, and we are just about 8.5 minutes from getting the kickoff here tonight in Hampden. Game number 2, match number 2 of the season for the Broncos and the Witches respectively. Chris, in the last segment, I mentioned how these two teams, very similar, both the opening night score lines, 1-0 losses for each, but also the makeup of the rosters. You look at them, and two teams dominated by upperclassmen, a little more spread out on the Broncos side of things, where they do have 5 freshmen, 4 sophomores, 4 juniors, but then a senior class that includes 9 for the home team, and Brewer, the other side of it, 17 upperclassmen, just 4 underclassmen, 1 freshman, 3 sophomore, 8 juniors, and 9 seniors. So a couple of programs that have been building to this point with those upperclassmen.
Yeah, and you think when you look at it that, Brewer having a little bit of an advantage with the upperclassmen. They have some kids with experience, but Hampden's strong with their top 13, which are their juniors and seniors. So, the youth is going to come. Brewer with only 1 freshman and Hampden with 5. They're going to get some experience in this season, so it's going to help them going forward.
Those rosters are brought to you by UMaine Online. UMaine Online, 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply now. UMaine.edu/online. This Brewer team is one that's been a player in the Class A standings in recent years. They've had some strong seasons under head coach Ben Poland, something you have some familiarity with, Chris, but you said these names they're becoming a little more foreign to you because it's been a couple of years since your youngest moved out of the program.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years, and some of the players that are on this year's roster did play then, and they have some talented kids in the upper class group. So you're looking for good things from them, and the way Coach Poland runs his program, they learn it from the feeder program up, and he's done a great job since he's been here. And he started out with the program, I'd say over a decade ago, that had 0 wins, and he's moved them into a perennial playoff contender.
Our coverage on Ticket TV is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Ticket TV coverage also brought to you by Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor, whether you're watching some sports at the bar, taking the family out for a great meal and some fun. The official sports grill of Ticket TV, once again in downtown Bangor, and at herosportsgrill.com. And we're also presented on Ticket TV by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. We are about 5.5 minutes away from the kickoff here tonight. We'll take another timeout in our pregame show. When we come back, we will dive a little deeper into those rosters, look at some of the upperclassmen, and get ready to meet the squads, the Witches and the Broncos, just a couple of minutes from being introduced here on the turf in Hampden. After that, it's the kickoff coming your way on Ticket TV.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides, if it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
New or used? What's your preference? If you prefer to buy used, it's smart to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle from Down East. Here's why. All vehicles go through a rigorous 160-point inspection. They come with comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. It's true, the best new cars do make the best used cars. For Toyota certified used vehicles, all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Herman. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
Back here at the turf at Hampden Academy, getting ready for some Class A soccer between the Broncos and the Witches tonight on Ticket TV. Our coverage on Ticket TV is presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Ticket TV coverage also presented by the Furniture Gallery, a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Topsom, and Wyndham. They offer a great selection of furniture for every room in your home, from great brands like Ashley, Flex Steel, and more. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare on the call of this contest for you tonight. Time now to get some keys to the game. The keys are presented by Dean's Detailing. And Chris, what are you looking at tonight for the difference makers between the Broncos and the Witches?
Well, knowing what teams both these teams played, both Camden Hills and Brunswick are very possession-laden teams, and then they try to beat you against your aggression. Both of these teams are going to have to possess the ball a little bit, but when they get opportunities, they get to send through balls through, and the guys have to work to get to the balls. So I think scoring opportunities early are going to make a big difference. So if you're Brewer, you want to get those chances before Hampden does, and vice versa if you're Hampden.
And what you're talking about right there, Chris, just taking a look at the roster for the Hampden Academy Broncos, a couple of the players that will be trying to make it work in that attack. Aiden Surin, Aiden Ball, just remembering those names from doing games right here on this field last year. And the flip side of that is the experience at the back for the Brewer Witches. Eli Willett, a senior in net.
Yeah, he's been there. He's played a lot of games. He's had a lot of coaching. He knows the position well. And then offensively, Devin Gideon and Nick Godfrey are a couple names from the past that I remember that were very skilled offensive players, and we'll look to see what they can do.
The time has evaporated from the pregame clock. The referees making their way out onto the pitch with the players following them behind. There you see the line of players and refs coming out onto the field at midfield here in Hampden, getting ready to meet these teams. Ticket TV coverage is brought to you in part by Maine Trailer, your one-stop shop for trailers and shipping containers. Whatever you haul or store, Maine Trailer has you covered. Maine Trailer in Hampden and Auburn, bringing this broadcast to you. Once again, just a great setting here tonight for some high school soccer. The sun setting over Hampden Academy in the background of the scene as you see it, splashing down on top of the building with the players and coaches stretching. Go from about the 30 to the 30. Coverage on Ticket TV also brought to you by Dairy Queen. The new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the DQ Fall Menu Treat menu before autumn's over. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor. Well, they have started introducing the players here at Hampden Academy. That means we will take our final break of the pregame show, and when we come back, it's time for the kick between the Witches and the Broncos, two teams in search of their first win here in the fall of 2025, and it's up next on Ticket TV.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, Use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Looking for your next trailer or shipping container? Come to Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for all your trailer and container needs. We've got a huge selection of trailers for work or play, plus durable shipping containers. We can even customize them to fit your needs. At Main Trailer, we don't just sell, we service what we sell. That means expert repairs, inspections, parts, and registrations all under one roof. So whether you're hauling, storing, or customizing, make your next stop Main Trailer. Main Trailer, the place to buy your next trailer or shipping container. See us today in Hampden or Auburn.
Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious. Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious item off the lunch menu. Cool down or warm up with drink options such as fresh squeezed lemonade, milkshake, hot or iced coffee. We also have Butterfield's homemade ice cream or over 20 flavors of shaved ice, with a variety of bakery items with gluten-free options available and our dog treats for your fur baby. Come visit us at Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack Bakery and Barkery at 45 Condescade Road in Levant.
When I had first left for college, I was super excited to start pursuing my dreams, and I had met so many amazing people my freshman year. Yeah, some days were really hard, balancing work life and classes, but most of them, they were the best of my life, because I had something not everyone gets. A dad inspiring me every step of the way, and I'm so happy to graduate beside you.
Welcome back to Hampden Academy. Introductions and anthem out of the way. The kickoff is up next between the Broncos and the Witches here on Ticket TV. Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen, where the new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the DQ Fall Treat menu before autumn's over. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen in Old Town and in Bangor. Time now to bring you the starting 11s. I've got the Hampden Academy Broncos. Chris will have the Brewer Witches for Hampden. It's Liam Fascini, Coleman Chase, Lucas Fasciole, Mason Studley, Aiden Saran, Aiden Ball, Austin Haskell, Nick DeWilt, Chase Coffey, Eli Marquis, and Dylan Savage in net, rounding out the starting 11 for the Broncos. Chris, how is things looking on the Witches side?
Yeah, I'm from Brewer. For the Brewer Witches, in goal, number 1, Elias Ouellette. Number 2, Paxton Snow. Number 4, Evan Knowles. Number 6, Devin Gideon. Number 7, Cosmo Masterson. Number 8, Jack Robertson. Number 9, Jacob Look. Number 10, Nick Godfrey. Number 11, Cody Hughes. Number 12, Gage Smith. Number 15, Simon Harriman. That's the 11 for the Brewer Witches.
A lot of upperclassmen out there on the pitch to begin with, though. You look at the Hampden side of things, Eli Marquis, just a freshman out there, one of the very few underclassmen that will be beginning this game between the white lines.
His brother was a very good player here, Ethan. Soccer's in their family, and I remember Ethan as a player around my son's age, and he was a very talented soccer player, so it doesn't surprise me that there's another Marquis out there playing.
We are ready to get this one underway. It will be the home side, the Hampden Academy Broncos, to start things off with possession. Just waiting for the whistle from the referee. There it is. We're underway here in Hampden. 40 minutes up on the board and running. Broncos try to punt the ball deep down the sideline. Brewer scrambles over to it and volleys it back the other way down the pitch. Hampden trying to center it through their back line there, allows the Witches to jump onto things. First attacking move of the game for either side. Nice step through by Godfrey, but then dispossessed. Here comes Hampden running the other way. Long through ball up ahead, but that's just going to bounce well beyond everybody and into the waiting arms of Eli Willett.
Yeah, Nick Godfrey had some space, and he took it. And maybe a little impatient. You know, he had Devin Gideon loop around the right side, and he could have dumped it off. But, you know, pregame, early game hype, want to get going at the net. So
see that first lane. Tough not to try to attack it.
Especially the space he had.
Here's Hampden trying to jump into some possession. Fasciol with a touch, now sending it deep down into the corner. Nice job. I believe that was Ball along the far sideline to bring the touch down and keep it going for the Broncos. That one took a deflection on its way out, and we're going to get the game's first corner belonging to the Broncos.
Yeah, it was a great cross from the Hampden Academy player there over, and a great stop and trap by Ball to be able to control that ball.
Game's first corner to be taken just about 90 seconds in. Here's the right-footed delivery, swinging into the middle of the box. There to meet it was Saran, but unable to guide it on goal as it shoots off wide.
And you wonder how the sun's going to affect Elias Willett in this first half. He's looking at that corner into the sun a little bit. That's a tough one to go, and good job by his defenders to keep it out.
That is, that ball floating right up into the big orb in the sky as the Broncos try to come back down here with it. Fasciol surveying his options, sends that one off of a witch. Now has it back at his right foot, making his way towards the midfield. Here's a pass to Marquis, the freshman. You see the fancy footwork, shot away, but it's blocked down by Brewer. Coffey continues the run, now tries to pop it out wide. And possession will stay with the Broncos. This will be a throw. Ball over there in the corner. Tossing it in the direction of Chase. Brewer clears it out to about the 40-yard line where the Broncos will recycle with their back line. Pass to the midfield. That's Marquis. Out wide, Fasciol in some space. Looking for that right-footed cross. Gets to the corner of the box. Now switches back onto the left foot. Nice job defensively down there. I believe that was Gage Smith, senior for the Witches.
Yeah, well done. Just containing, not trying to be aggressive and get played on a move, and did a good job keeping him to the outside.
Brewer patient in defense, and now they get the ball via the throw, trying to bring it back towards the midfield. Gideon trying to jump onto it. One of the captains for the Witches with that neon armband. Fasciol unable to get a touch there, so out of play back to the Witches. Godfrey brings it back in. Gage Smith, the right back, who just complimented his defensive skills. Nearly has the ball taken away. Now does. But Brewer wise to it to boot it the other direction and try to apply some pressure on the Broncos. Giving chase for the Witches is Cody Hughes. But scooped off the turf by Dylan Savage.
That's always a scary moment for a goalie as he sees the opposing player beating down on him and not sure if he's going to be able to get the ball and his teammate's going to shell him off. But him did a good job that time.
Broncos played out wide, try to reverse which sides they're going up here, and that's intercepted by the Witches. Trying to dribble through the midfield with Cosmo Masterson. He has it taken away. Gideon and Godfrey, applying the pressure. Fasciole will send a long diagonal ball down the pitch. Brewer with the first touch there. And the Witches win possession. Stuck in the midfield right now, going back and forth between white and purple shirts. Here's Marquis getting some space, getting around defenders down the right side. Right-footed shot across the face of goal. No one in there, and harmlessly out of play for a goal kick.
Man, he's crafty with the ball. The ball sticks to him like it's tied to his shoelace. He can move with athletic movement without having to worry about the ball getting away from him.
It does not take much. Just a shimmy one direction or the other, and all of a sudden he's in some space. Here come the Witches. That one's sent deep, and Savage over to collect. Played into the direction of DeWild. Nice passing here by the Broncos, working it through the back line and also in the midfield as they work their way horizontally across the field.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of not standing still after they pass it. The players on the opposite side are moving to open spots and creating angles to pass to.
Marquis bouncing off defenders, gets the shot away and hits the underside of the crossbar and comes right back into the waiting arms of Willette. The freshman nearly had his first goal, and how good would that have been?
That was a great job just being able to handle contact, especially as a freshman. You're getting bumped around and you still get a quality shot off.
Yeah, that's what stood out to me. He was bouncing off bodies there, but he wasn't being taken advantage of physically. Absorbing the hits, continuing on with the ball at his feet, and an impressive first 7 minutes for the freshman here tonight. First whistle from the run of play along the far side. It'll be a Brewer free kick from the 31-yard line. Taken short. Brewer trying to work it across the midfield. Godfrey double-teamed, has it taken away, and now Hampden just boots it up pitch. It's a foot race. Marquis trying to get there first. Brewer shields him from it, but Marquis plays the ball down. He spins away from one. He's got it on his right foot. Shot is blocked, and now Brewer is able to scramble and at least knock it out of the danger zone. Does not look like the freshman Eli Marquis can be marked by one man out there so far tonight.
No, and Brewer's got it, and I'm sure that Coach Poland's made them aware of that, of, you know, pinching in on him on balls like that from a mid defender.
Here comes Godfrey. He's trying to start an attack for the Witches. Squares his shoulders, now dumps it off to Masterson. Masterson trying to pick out a teammate at the near post, but Savage was wise to it.
That was a good opportunity for Brewer, and a good job by Devin Gideon crossing in front of the goalie to try and get a deflection on that, but just got there a little bit too late.
Savage punts it down to the midfield. Brewer and Hampden battling to bring it under their control. That one poked out of play, and it will be a Bronco throw across the far side. Ticket TV coverage is brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. Find it all at Uno's. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. Soccer coverage on Ticket TV also brought to you by Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals. The holiday season, this holiday season, take your party from nice to unforgettable. Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals. Bring the fun, the laughs, and the memories your team will love. Don't wait. Book now at flashmemaine.com. Caught me by surprise talking about the holiday season here. Thought fall was just beginning.
I know, I don't want to say that. You know, it's warm out, but it's, you know, I'm used to the night soccer games being a little bit chillier, but
yeah,
nice and warm up here right now.
We're being treated to a nice one here. Actually had to shed some layers to begin this game. Who knows what will be in store once the sun dips behind Hampden Academy across the way.
And one thing to mention, too, that now Brewer has a turf field of their own, so what used to be a disadvantage when they came here and played because they were practicing on grass is now neutralized a little bit.
Quick game on both sides of things. Here's Brewer with another interception at the back and trying to start.
Is that through ball?
A long run up the field.
Needs help.
Yeah, 3 purple shirts back there and defending. A couple more converging on the midfield. The Broncos were back and forth to stop that move. Got a Brewer throw as we approach 10 minutes gone here in the first half. Knocked forward as the Witches try to keep pressure at this end. Godfrey over, and he might have been the last to touch. He was. Thrown in the direction of Fasciole, trying to bring it up the near sideline beneath us. Continuing his run past one defender, now picked up by a second Witch. Knocked out of play, so Hampden will continue on.
Yeah, another good job on this side. That was Jacob Look, just containing his guy, not letting him go by him.
Godfrey taking a minute to survey the options in front of him. Passes it up the sideline to Hughes. Dispossessed back there by Surin. And the Broncos take over on possession. In a moment, we'll send you off to a picture-in-picture break. Keeping an eye right here on the action at Hampden Academy. Just over 11 minutes off the clock in this one. Still scoreless between the Broncos and the Witches. Hampden works it through the back line. Now back to Fasciole on the wing. Knocked out of play, but it'll stay with the Broncos. Can see a full stands here on a nice night for some high school soccer action. And Hampden there guilty of trying to get a few more yards of field position out of that one.
Yeah, what Hampden's done very well so far is their defense. They don't hold it on their foot very long, but they find feet so they can move the ball quickly up the field instead of just kicking it out and basically handing it back to Brewer.
Fasciole pokes it into the middle of the area. Dangerous ball. An attempted back heel in there. Not sure who that was by. The neon green boots, I can tell you that part. I believe that was Ball who attempted the back heel after the cross from Fasciole.
That was as much about being resourceful because you don't have a lot of time to turn, and you get enough heel on it, you can put it up.
Witches jump into possession. Dangerous pass backwards there. Forces Brewer to send it forward. Other side of midfield here. Now the Witches trying to make their way down the pitch. Poked out of play once again. And with the ball stuck in the midfield area, we'll get ready to send you off to that picture-in-picture and break. Back with the commentary at Hampden Academy in just a moment on Ticket TV.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
We are back in Hampden. The Witches with a good attempt there off a free kick. Nearly curled it in from long distance, but back underway after it goes wide. Broncos trying to make their way up the pitch, and Brewer not afraid to throw some bodies to the turf to try to win the ball back.
Yeah, it's a physical game, soccer. It's way more physical than I ever remember watching when I was in high school.
Godfrey making the run up. Nice pass ahead. Masterson in space. Knocks it forward, but out of the reach of Hughes giving chase.
Right idea, just a little too firm off the foot. Hughes couldn't get to it in time.
I think the running would be my downfall when it comes to this sport.
Yeah, it's kind of what I liked about football. You play, you get 30 seconds off, play, 30 seconds off.
A nice little break, yeah.
get subbed a little quicker.
A lot of ground to cover out there for these players as Hampden trying to bring it up from the back after the restart.
Good job changing fields by the defense of Hampden.
Broncos trying to pick out that passing lane. Once again, it's with the back line. Fasciole has played a prominent role in this opening 15 minutes for the Broncos, coming up the left wing out of the midfield area. Once again, Hampden backwards to send it forwards, played down by Marquis. Quick touch, spins to his left and passes off to a teammate where the Witches intercept. Brewer trying to employ some quick one-touch passing of their own, but it's intercepted by Hampden. There's a nice through ball tried to play in the direction, or attempted in the direction of Ball. You got a whistle over there, and it looks like Ball guilty of maybe grabbing on to his defender's jersey to try to improve his position.
I think they might have called him offsides.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, and that was a good foot race because Jack Robertson's one of the fastest Brewer players against Ball. It's a good matchup.
We've reached the point of the game where even with sunglasses on, the extended rays of the sun are down on the field in that corner for me. So,
and it was a real quick call by the ump. The referee. There wasn't a lot of gesture to where it was. He wanted to get the ball back in play.
That corner could be interesting for the next 5 minutes or so,
yeah.
in terms of our play-by-play abilities to follow what's happening. Right now, down at the other end of the pitch, and got a whistle sending it in the other direction. Hampden quick with the restart. They get it up ahead to Fasciole. Turns towards the midfield. There's the through pass up ahead to the freshman Marquis. He pokes it through Willette, but the Witches with team defense there to boot it out of the field of play.
Yeah, Willette did the right thing, came out and tried to take away that ball and had enough disruption on Marquis that allowed the ball to get away from him, and the Brewer defender came over and helped.
Getting ready for the reset. It's tough to tell what angle exactly that ball was cleared in. I believe it'll be a throw down there in the corner.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, Hampden coming out of there now with the ball in their hands. Brought back into DeWild, down in the corner, and offsides has been the popular call here.
Yeah, he threw it in and never got back in, moving up the field to get back on sides. And
shielded from that corner here at the Hampden Academy Sports Complex. The Witches trying to play it up the pitch, and an inadvertent handball there as, let's see, looking at the wrong roster. That would be helpful if I pick out the right one.
It was John Osney for Brewer.
When I looked down and didn't see a 19, I became very concerned. Then quickly realized the error of my ways. Hampden playing it over the top. Now back to the midfield. Touch from Surin at the back. DeWild ahead to Marquis. Marquis bouncing around Brewer defenders. And just a little too quick with that pass out wide, catching his teammate off guard.
Yeah, as skilled as he is, the rest of the players have to mesh with that too and know when to move and know when he's going to go. And when he may come take your spot, you replace his spot. And it can be tough. It takes a little bit of time to work on that chemistry together and get the movements in sync.
Surin up from the back, just trying to continue that run as long as he can. Now it's off to Fasciole. He's been active in this first half. Broncos trying to pick out the pass, but the Witches have the lanes covered. Good defense there from Osney. Godfrey wide of the mark, and Broncos back into possession. A crunching challenge there in the midfield. An attempt from Osney as he's picking himself up off the carpet.
That was a good tackle. Ball first. Brewers pinned in a little bit here in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and they get gapped out. And when they do get the ball, they don't have enough guys up front to pass to. They end up going one-on-one.
Fasciol tried to dial in from distance, but Willette was wise to it. Catching the ball, head high, snaring it out of the air. Halfway through this first half of play, 20 minutes off the clock. Scoreless so far in Hampden as the Witches move it upfield. Osney to Godfrey trying a little give and go there. See some football practice taking place off beyond the soccer pitch.
Yeah, I keep hearing that faint whistle, and I'm not sure if
Every time I hear it, I look on the field and think, wait, is no one else hearing this? And I realize where it's coming from. Godfrey, an interception off the throw-in. Now Hampden coming out of the area with it. Osney, nice job stepping through and trying to shield the defender from the ball. He wins it back here for the Witches. Hampden quickly with it back in their control. Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Autumn of Life Home Care. They're looking to hire reliable, caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities while remaining in their own homes. Flexible schedules. Office now located at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026 or follow them on Facebook. We're also brought to you by Angelo's Pizzeria. If you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, come to Angelo's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hampden. Black Fly Coffee is where you can start your day the right way. A local coffee shop with drive-thru and mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and more at 107 Main Road in Holden. And there's the first goal from the Hampden Academy Broncos. We've been saying his name all night and talking about it. You see it come to fruition right there.
Yeah, he just made a little move to the left and then went back right. That little move to the left created enough space to get his right foot on it, and that was a laser up in the right upper hand corner, 15 yards out, 25 yards out.
The freshman, Eli Markey. Announced to the home fans, a nice hand from them, and the freshman has opened his scoring campaign for the Hampden Academy Broncos. Goal number 1 of his high school career. And based on what we have witnessed here through 22, 23 minutes, have to imagine that won't be the last one.
No, he's super talented, and there are other players on their team that are good as well, and they all get that, like I said earlier, a little chemistry together, and they're a good-looking team.
Here's Brewer trying to find a
That's
quick
their
answer.
freshman.
Powering forward. Look at this. A shot, and it winds up popping over the top of the net after a deflection. But take another look.
That's Paxton Snow. He's a physical player. He's strong. He's hard to get knocked off the ball and worked his way in there very well.
He took it upon himself to try to even this game up at 1. Almost made his way all the way in there.
Yeah, that would have been a big momentum boost for them after giving up that goal to Marquis.
Sun starting to set here at Hampden Academy. The lights will be coming on momentarily to illuminate the field as it's sent deep by the Broncos. Marquis way out of there. He misses the ball. It's on the Brewer defense now, and they get the clearance. Nervy moments at the back there for Brewer.
Yeah, if you're that goalie, you have to make that decision instantly, and no question Willette did that. The problem was the ball kind of landed in that 50-50 area and that high bounce over his head, and you're relying on your defender to come back and support.
Things opening up a bit since the Broncos broke the scoreless tie. The Witches making a few substitutions here. Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you by the Coach House Restaurant and Brewer for homestyle cooking, homemade desserts, and an experienced-friendly staff. It's the Coach House. Takeout available at 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Brewer applying pressure again, but Hampden deals with it.
Yeah, quick 3 passes and they're over midfield.
Yeah, the Broncos looking to break the other way. A nice
numbers.
touch from behind just to slow things down for a moment, but now it's played out wide. Lucas Knox with a touch. Coffey with it here. Ball stuck to his feet, so he passes it off to a teammate. Sawyer sends it out wide. Back with Sawyer, trying to poke it forward, and the Witches hope to clear it from the area. There's a player getting spilled out and a free kick to the Witches. 15 minutes remaining in this first half. Still got to bring you some school profiles before halftime, as well as another picture-in-picture break. Nick Godfrey right there hitting the turf to win the Witches another free kick as they try to inch their way up the pitch. Free kick sent down towards the edge of the area. Hampden the first to touch. And now trying to play it out. Broncos galloping up from the midfield. Here's Coffey out wide. Trying to switch the play. They do so. At the feet of Downer. And intercepted briefly by the Witches. One back nicely there by DeWild. Knox battling Osney down the near sideline. Downer sends it towards the midfield. Back out wide. Knox dispossessed, but Hampden scurries to the ball to keep the move going.
Yeah, just setting it back on the back line, reset their offense. Space it back out. They've done a good job using both sides of the field, too. You know, some teams get dominant on one side or the other, and Hampden's worked both sides very well.
Surin up for the back. DeWild around a defender. Hampden trying to pick out that pass, but the Brewer backline won't allow them through the lanes. Here come the Witches in the other directions. A slip by a Bronco. And now back with the purple team. DeWild spins away from a couple defenders. His pass booted in the other direction. Nice job there by Surin. The first to the ball, heading it back to Savage so his keeper could collect it with the mitts. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Hartford's Auto Service at 62 Liberty Drive in Herman. They do repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. With over 3 decades of experience, they provide routine maintenance, brake and suspension repairs, muffler repairs, and more. Visit the Hartford's Auto Service Facebook page or give them a call at 207-989-6322. We're also brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, the original redemption center of Old Town for 30 years. They're family-owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. It's Old Town Redemption Center, 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. The next stoppage, we'll take a look at the school profiles for Brewer and Hampden, respectively, as that one's sent deep. Inside the final dozen minutes here of the first half, Hampden trying to get to intermission with the lead. They scored their first goal of the season through the freshman Eli Marquis. Willett sends it back up towards the midfield. Hampden collects the possession and heads back down towards their attacking end. There's a nice ball up ahead to Marquis, but the flag was up. The freshman a little too quick on the jump there. About a yard in front of the defenders that time. with this break in the action, let's show you those school profiles. We'll start off with the visitors from Brewer High School. Enrollment is 704. David Utterback is the athletic director. Brent Slowikowski, the principal. Did you know that remnants from the 1779 Penobscot expedition, a failed American naval operation during the Revolutionary War, remain embedded in the Penobscot River near Brewer? These artifacts occasionally become visible at low tide. Keep an eye out. Show you Hampden Academy here in just a moment. First, we'll see what comes of this Brewer move. Down in the corner, Osney had to leave the ball behind, and that allows the Broncos to jump on it. There's a big challenge, no whistle, and play continues, much to the dismay of the home fans. All right, let's show you Hampden Academy now that we have the chance. Enrollment is 671. Reg Rulin is the principal. Barry Terrell is helping out with athletic events here for the next couple of weeks. He actually has a new position, though, with the Orno School Department.
Oh.
So just helping out at the site here for the next couple of weeks. Did you know during the War of 1812, British troops tried to seize Hampden's historic Martin Kinsley house until Mrs. Kinsley dumped a chamber pot on them from the upstairs window.
Very pleasant.
Yeah, can't blame the British there. I would abandon that quest as well if I had a chamber pot dumped on my head.
Yeah, for sure.
Those school profiles brought to you by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course.
Here's a good opportunity for Brewer off a set play.
Godfrey smashes it right into the wall. Hampden trying to break in the other direction with so many white shirts behind the ball. There's a bit of a holdup as Godfrey was stood up there by Fasciole. He's got his palms to the sky asking what he did. Well, he shoved Mr. Godfrey to the ground, and that's why the Witches have a free kick.
He kind of got stuck to him like Velcro. He wasn't sure which way he was going to try and get off him, so he just pushed him down. That's the easiest way. He's trying to help him more than anything.
Nothing comes from the free kick as it goes off the head of a Brewer player and out of play. Goal kick for the Broncos.
Yeah, and if you're Brewer, you have opportunities inside the 20 there on the football field here, lines. You guys try and get the ball on net, at least so you can put some pressure on the goalie and get some traffic around him.
As the ball makes its way back up to the midfield area, we'll get ready to send you off to a picture-in-picture break. A reminder coming up at the half, first half highlights, scoring recap, much more as well. The Witches with a chance and right into the oven mitts of Savage.
Paxton Snow again, who had the first opportunity as he went through 5 or 6 Hampden players to get there. This time he had a little more space and tried to equalize Marquis' score early.
Yeah, he is making his presence felt since coming onto the pitch. Brewer keeping the pressure down at this end. There he is delivering the cross. That one goes off the top of the crossbar. Did that catch the football goalpost and skim through there, or was that clean and just off the crossbar?
I'm not sure if it hit the corner of, it's so hard to tell because that crossbar is so tight.
Either way, thrown back in. Hampden trying to clear it out of the area. Brewer trying to keep it down there. And there's a nice challenge by the Broncos.
I'll tell you, Paxton's got some talent. That was his left foot on that one. It was his right foot on the shot before, so he can play with both feet very well.
Broncos are breaking. 2 great passes. And a save by Ouellette, throwing his body in front of the ball. He's not aware that the play is still happening.
He thought the ball on the end line was, which was the extra ball, right?
Oh, my goodness. Take another look at this. Eli Ouellette with a great save and then was unaware that the play was still happening behind him. Fasciole trying to bend one into the far post, unless it had been whistled dead and we couldn't hear it up here.
I wouldn't think so, because the way the players on the field that were still playing acted, they didn't hear it. Brewer dodged a bullet on that one. Great job by Elias Ouellette.
Hampden throws it in. The Witches head it back out of play. Once again, we're owed you a picture-in-picture, but don't want a chance missing a goal with play down at this end of the pitch. Marquis, ball at his feet, left-footed attempt. The Brewer defender took all the pace out of that one, back to Willette. As the Witches throw it up the pitch, let's get ready to send you off to that break. Back with the commentary in just a moment from Hampden Academy.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
The Witches with a chance there off a set piece, but now having to make it back or push it back towards the midfield to keep the possession alive. Down to 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half with the Broncos on top 1-0 here on Ticket TV, where our coverage is presented in part by Eastern Maine Community College. At EMCC, every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Whatever you are, wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. Once again, just a picturesque night for high school soccer here in Eastern and Central Maine at Hampden Academy. The Witches and the Broncos doing battle in some Class A action. Fasciole gets spilt to the turf. Brewer takes away possession. Godfrey trying to carve his way through defenders. Gets by the first two. Gets around a third. Can't get by that fourth, though, as the Broncos working to try to clear the ball at this point. And now do so towards the midfield. Thumped up ahead and giving chase is Hampden. Do they have the angle? It's raced down and into the back of the net. A bullet, like a speeding bullet down the sideline and then off his foot to the back of the net. Aiden Ball doubles the Bronco lead. Have another look at this one.
Yeah,
my goodness, Aiden Ball, the senior.
That was a great send ball from the Hampden Academy player down to Ball, who's just a foot race, and it's part of that foot race becomes contact. The Brewer defender got rubbed off a little bit, lost his footing, and that allowed Ball to continue on.
Aiden Ball, 3 minutes, 18 seconds remaining on the clock in the first half at the time of that goal. And he's got the Broncos now on top by 2 before the break. When you looked at the run of play since the first goal of the game from Eli Marquis, it seemed like the Witches were the team that was really forcing it as well on the offensive end. But Hampden, we've talked about it a couple times tonight, how quick they are on the break to send it the other direction.
Yeah, they get, like I said, they get it out of their back line well, and they find feet, so that allows them to transition in their offensive side really quickly. The game's kind of opened up in the last 20 minutes of the second half of this first half. Brewer's gotten some more space, got some more chances down here at this end. They're just not as clean as what Hampden's getting. And a lot of that's to the skill set of Ball, Fasciole, and obviously Marquis.
And Ball with the speed. Fasciole kind of setting things up down the near side. And Marquis, you see the skill in traffic with the ball just glued to his right foot. And he wins a free kick from a dangerous position here.
And he stops and he tries to drag it back, and it's like his leg extends another 12 feet because it cups right to his ankle.
No question who's standing over this one. The freshman just backs up behind the ball, waits for the referee to mark off the 10 yards for the wall. He'll back them up by a few. This will be 25 yards out for the freshman with less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's about the range he had when he scored.
Fasciole has come over to join him. Marquis with the run up. He takes it and bends it in. Eli Marquis, the freshman, with his second.
Yeah, there's not much Willett could do on that. I mean, standing in the middle, and that ball starts in the middle and then curves back. Well, curves to the inside post on the left side, and it's a tough stop for anyone.
The Broncos pouring it on here late in the first half, now lead it 3-0. The freshman with a first half brace, now working on the hat trick as the Broncos bring it in this direction once again.
I think Hampden was offsides there.
Yeah. Whistle comes in. Take another look at it, though. Marquis standing over it, a cool run up, and just whips it to the far corner.
Yeah, that ball took a nasty dive down.
Looked like a sweeper breaking across the zone in baseball. Start out at a righty's hip, end up in the left-handed batter's box.
And Willett's not the tallest goalie we've seen in the past, but he uses aggression and smart play, as smart movement and instincts to play a great goal. But there's not much you can do when you're a little bit smaller and you're looking through players on the kick comes over their shoulder. And next thing you know, it's dipping away from you.
Brewer scrambling just to knock that ball away from the Broncos and avoid giving up a fourth here before heading off to break as the sun dips behind Hampden Academy. Broncos in the midfield, get it ahead to Marquis. Marquis around one defender, passes it off for a teammate. Some contact in the box, a whistle.
I think they're going to call a penalty.
And what is the call?
They had
I saw the hands go up.
Yeah.
Normally that means penalty. Didn't see too much of a reaction from the home fans, but it looks like we're coming in to set this ball down on the circle. Yes, we are. A penalty kick coming up for the Broncos with 9.1 seconds frozen on the clock in the first half. This thing has just turned into an avalanche on the Witches here over the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, you could see after that second goal they get a little dejected, and that third goal came real quick after that, so you can understand that they're, by the body language, everything, it's getting a little harder to play through that.
Chase Coffey adds a fourth for the Broncos. The sophomore scoring from the spot. Hampden 4, Brewer 0.
You get in that situation as a goalie and as a scorekeeper, it's, he knows where he's going and you're guessing.
Take another look at it. Coffey winding his way into that run-up and slotting it home into the bottom right corner. You hear the countdown on the first half. 3 goals in the final 3 minutes and 18 seconds for the Hampden Academy Broncos, who surge into halftime with a 4-0 lead after the first 40 minutes here tonight on their home turf. High school soccer on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Black Bear Nation. It's football season. Join us for all the game day excitement in Orono when the Black Bears host Stonehill on September 13th. That's this Saturday, the home opener. For tickets and more information, visit goblackbears.com. Go Blue. We're also brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. Tiller & Rye is a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer that is proud to offer products from right here in the great state of Maine. And Orono and Calais IGA. Shop smart, shop local at Orono IGA and Calais IGA. They are proud of their home teams and they appreciate the support from their local communities. Proud to support local Maine schools and student athletes on Ticket TV. That's Orono and Calais IGA's hometown proud. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show is coming your way next, right here on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
My name's Mia, and McDonald's is helping me earn my degree. Through Archways to Opportunity, I can work and take college classes while receiving help with tuition payments. It's more than a job, it's my future. Apply today.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
We are back here at Hampden Academy, and we are at the half. We've reached the intermission between the Broncos and the Witches, Class A boys soccer, and Hampden Academy, a first-half avalanche at the end of that first 40 to go from a one-goal advantage to 4-0, as you see it there at the break. We welcome you into the halftime show. It's presented by the Furniture Gallery here on Ticket TV, a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Topsom, and Windham. They offer a great selection of furniture for every home, every room in your home, from great brands like Ashley, Flex Steel, and more. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery. Let's take a look at our University of Maine fan cam now here on Ticket TV. A good crowd on hand here tonight to see the Witches and the Broncos do battle on the pitch. That fan cam presented by University of Maine Athletics. Once again, the home opener coming up this weekend for Black Bears football, 6 o'clock Saturday night against Stonehill. If you want tickets, call 581-BEAR. All right, time now for the first half highlights. They are brought to you by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. And Chris, for a while, it was a pretty tame first half there. And then once the Broncos got in the scoring column, things changed real quick.
Yeah, and that first opportunity right there hit by Marquis kind of showed his talent. He defended. He went through 3 Brewer players. Got a nice shot off. It just unfortunately hit the top. Well, fortunately for Brewer, hit the top crossbar and bounced down to Willett, who ended up making the save.
You see Marquis getting behind the defense, trying to poke one underneath Willett. Brewer defense, though, scrambling to keep the game tied at 0 at that point.
And Willett's done everything he can. I mean, some of those shots, that's a shot to him from distance that he can make, but this is a laser right here.
Marquis getting his first, and look at that. Perfect placement into the upper 90 there in the upper right-hand corner to open his scoring account with the Hampden Academy Broncos.
And there's Paxton Snow for Brewer getting an opportunity, and there's another one for him. That was the one we were trying to figure out if it hit the football post or the corner of the net. And he's done a good job on the Brewer side. They just can't generate enough offense right now.
There was Willett, and you see him there. thought the ball's out of play at that point, so he's just going to pick up the other one, turns around and sees, oh boy, there's a wide open goal, and play still continuing with his back turned.
Yeah, and that was just a nice ball sent forward to, is that Marquis or?
That was Aiden Ball there, just speed kills.
Yeah.
Marquis with the free kick. That made it 3-0 with his second, and there you see the penalty late in the first half. I believe it was Coffey who drew it, Coffey who took it, and Chase, the sophomore, slotting it home for the third goal in 3 minutes and 9 seconds at the end of the first half there for the Broncos.
Yeah, and Brewer's just trying to pick up the pieces from the last goal and, get their spirits back right, and then all of a sudden that happens, and it's just a backbreaker, especially 9 seconds into the remaining in the half.
So 4 goals, once again 2 of them belonging to Eli Marquis, the freshman with a brace here in his first game in front of the home fans. You had Aiden Ball, 3:18 remaining in the first half. Chase Coffey, that goal with 9 seconds left in the half from the penalty spot. 4-0 our score line at the half, and that recap brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. Coverage of high school sports on Ticket TV brought to you in part by The Growing Place. They help families grow for less and polish your home in style for a fraction of retail costs. You can check them first, check them often. Do Green, sustainability always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. Let's squeak in a quick look at our broadcast schedule here before we take a final timeout and get you off to the second half of play. Beginning a busy week here on Ticket TV. Tomorrow we are at the Pottle Sports Complex in Herman. Caribou at Herman boys soccer. Thursday, you got the MDI Trojans taking on the Old Town Coyotes for some boys soccer. Friday night, football on the schedule. 8-man action as the Orono Red Riots play host to, believe that's Stearns. Yeah, there we go. Got the voice in my head that can help us out now on these broadcasts. Then Monday, we get another busy week. Kicked off up in Herman. These Hampden Academy boys will be up there taking on the Hawks at 6 o'clock. That's a look. Oh, I'm sorry. That is John Baptist that I'm looking at. Not the Broncos. I saw purple, and I'm looking at purple all over the field here tonight.
Just take the rider off, and you get the Broncos.
There you go. I guess so. Crusaders at the Herman Hawks on Monday to round out the upcoming look at our broadcast schedule. We'll get ready to send you off to the second half. It's kicking off in just a couple of moments right here on Ticket TV.
Now open, Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darling's.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orono. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
We welcome you back to Hampden, where second half action is underway. Just about 40 seconds, 50 seconds old here in the second half. Not wasting any time tonight in Hampden. Love to see that as the Broncos and the Witches get it rolling. They swap sides of the field as Godfrey heads down to our left.
Looks like it's going to be a corner for Brewer.
If so, I believe that would be the first of the game for the Witches.
And a goal here early would, go a long ways for these guys.
Cosmo Masterson over in the corner to deliver it for the Witches into the area. Makes its way through a couple of shirts and now played out by the Broncos. Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, they have you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com. Hampden into the box quickly, but unable to get the cross through as it goes out of play. Couple of players battling across the far side of the pitch. Brewer trying to send it down deep. No white shirts behind the ball.
Yeah, this is the gaps we were talking about. One player down there trying to take on 4 defenders and pressure the ball, and the rest of the offensive players are still in the back playing. They were going from defense to offense, transitioning. It's a little bit slow right now.
Godfrey trying to go through some defenders on his own. Touch there for Evan Knowles, senior defender. Give and go as Brewer's trying to curl onto the ball, but Hampden smacks it out of play.
Yeah, this is where Brewer's got to get the ball quick and move to an open spot and keep Hampden pinned in here before they get set up on defense.
Lights coming on here at Hampden Academy with the sun now set as that one's played over the top and out of play. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Pat's Pizza right here in Hampden. Whether playing or watching, football and soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hampden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahampden.com. Coverage also brought to you by Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning. For over 30 years, Bangor's best dry cleaners. Ask about their military and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Broncos on the hunt for more. That cross met a witch first. Now played forward. Marquis turns, left-footed attempt. He sent that right into the midsection of a Brewer defender. Coffey tries a quick shot that's steered away.
I think that was Evan Knowles who took the full brunt of that ball from 8 yards away from Marquis.
Yeah, point-blank range off the left foot of the freshman.
He's not doing well at the moment.
He's down on a couple of knees. And Brewer getting ready to make a substitution. Looks like Knowles maybe just trying to catch his breath after catching that ball right in the gut. First substitution of the second half comes with 5 minutes off the clock. 4-0, Hampden Academy in the lead here on their home field. Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, family owned and operated since 2007 with 2 great locations, Route 2 in Herman and Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield. Hampden moving him forward again, trying to go over the top this time in the direction of ball. He runs it down in the far corner. Cross swept in over the head of everybody, and it'll be chased down by Fasciole. Keeps it in play. Fasciole going at a defender until Godfrey comes over. Trying to go through the double team now and able to do so. Pass into the middle of the box. Takes a deflection, and now the Witches clear it out.
Yeah, this is kind of goes to what I was talking about. So Godfrey's an offensive player who's now playing down in front of his goalie. So if they do get it, there's not a lot of places to go if you're a defender to clear it out to an offensive player because they're down playing defense. Hampden's done a great job staying spaced out, and as they talk, you hear him talk soccer talk, is keeping their shape and moving the ball quickly and making all the right decisions with it.
Marquis in the midfield here takes a shot from distance. He's working on a hat trick at this point in the game. That one goes through the football uprights and out of play. 2 goals in the first half for the freshman. He started the scoring and then scored their third with 95 seconds remaining in the first half. The Broncos would add another from Coffey at the penalty spot. DeWild with an interception. He feeds Marquis. Marquis going right at that Brewer defense. A stop and go and a right-footed shot, and look out. Luckily, there's a net back there protecting some of those windshields parked behind this field.
Yeah, and he processes the game really quickly for a freshman to be able to make those moves and not just kick it at the net. He's picking corners. He's picking spots where he wants the ball to go while he's being bumped and, trying to make moves. It's impressive.
Yeah, I think physically that might be the most impressive part of his game, that Brewer has tried to be a little physical with him, bump him off his spot, and really haven't been able to do so to this point.
Yeah, he's got great balance and light feet, and that makes a big difference. He does get hit. He's back on his feet really quickly.
Eight minutes into this second half, about 7.5 minutes into this second half of play. Hampden in the lead, 4-0. They've controlled the majority of possession here so far in the second half as well. Touch out wide for Coleman Chase. Dispossessed briefly by Godfrey, but now back at the feet of Mason Studley. DeWild shields the defender and plays that ball down for the Broncos. Marquis standing on the ball, trying to feed a teammate over the top. It took a deflection along the way. Marquis again on the run. There's a right-footed shot. Wide of the mark. And another goal kick for the Witches.
He's going to about have 10 shots by the time this thing's over, 10 to 15.
I think he's got the green light out there. You see something you like, go ahead and take it.
And those shots aren't, they're not high percentage shots if he's outside the 20. But he gets inside that 20-yard line, and that ball can get on the net really quickly.
Come the Broncos again in the area. Cross over the top of Ball's head and out of play along the far side. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by AM Construction and Roofing. Protect your home from the top down with AM Construction and Roofing, serving Bangor, Machias, Ellsworth, Augusta, and beyond. Past customers earn $100 for referrals, and right now you can save $500 on any roofing project until the end of the year. Call 551-6235 today for your free quote. Broncos coming the other direction again. Coffee gets spilled, and the Witches take it away. In the midfield, Brewer trying to work it forward. Godfrey having to give chase out near the sideline to run this one down. He's got it under his possession. Now he turns on the Jets, heading down towards that corner. Dragging the ball behind him and playing it into the midfield. Preston McLean, a senior defender with a touch. Here's Coffey for the Broncos, sending it long up the pitch. Headed away by Brewer, but into the path of Studley. Studley was trying to pick out ball streaking down the opposite sideline. Godfrey will put everything he's got into this one, trying to switch the play for the Witches and allow a teammate to run after it. Big collision down there, shoulder to shoulder. Contact was initiated by the Brewer player. And this will be a Bronco free kick. That was Devin Gideon wearing the armband.
That was a good switch and a good kick by Godfrey to put some pressure on the backside and get the ball down into the offensive end for them, see what can happen.
Brewer having to defend, and there that kick will go out for a corner. Not necessarily what they were trying to do to set up the Broncos just over 11 minutes into the second half. Send you off to a picture-in-picture break whenever it's out of a threatening position. Corner taken short by the Broncos. Now back out wide. No delivery still. Played across the way, and Brewer jumps onto it.
Jack Robertson, he's fast. He's got some space. He can keep the run going.
Osney trying to feed it back to him, and look at him go. Up the sideline and chasing it down. Robertson back to Osney. Osney dumps it back. Godfrey dispossessed as a strong challenge there from Studley takes it away. Studley trying to feed Marquis, but that pass too far beyond him. Giving chase was Jacob Look, sophomore defender, not taking any chances and just sending it out of play along the far side. Doors Equipment Company is your local Kubota dealer. They can help you with all your equipment needs. Visit doorsequipment.com. Broncos bring it back in. Studley with the cross into the center. Loose ball. And a deflection out of play. I believe this will be a Bronco corner. Jumping on to the loose ball was Studley in the middle of it. Fasciole over along the far side. Before this corner's taken, though, a substitution coming up for both teams. Broncos and the Witches each bringing a new player onto the pitch. At Hillside Athletics, they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. Here comes the latest corner from the Broncos. Fasciole with a right-footed delivery. Still waiting to sort things out, though, as a Brewer player was a little slow to come off the pitch.
I think that looks like Jack Robertson might have tweaked something over there as Coach Poland met him at the 20 on the field and helped him off.
Right-footed delivery comes in, and it takes a deflection off a Brewer head and pops back out of play as Willette was unable to scramble and collect it. So reset, try it again. Lee Fasciole once more. Take two. Whipped in, this time a deep delivery, headed back towards the center of the box. Brewer plays it down, but not out of danger. Broncos trying to keep possession alive, able to do so along the sideline. Surin, quick pass towards the back line, and out of play, another corner coming up for Hampden Academy. Coleman Chase was down there, one of the seniors for this Broncos squad.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Simon Harriman for Brewer, seeing that pass to him and closing the gap and giving him no space. And unfortunately, get deflected out of bounds, so they get a corner, but it's better than the alternative, letting him get by him.
Aiden Ball over in the corner to deliver this one for the Broncos. A shot there through the stands as Ball brings it in. Right-footed delivery. Looked like a couple of calls there from the Broncos for a handball as that one popped up. Might have caught a piece of a Brewer Witch defender, albeit inadvertently. Play on, says the referee, and the Witches come out of there with the ball. Osney up the sideline. Needs some help from white shirts. Finds a teammate to pass it to. A spinning shot from Cody Hughes. and collected by Savage, diving down to the turf. Let's get ready to send you off to that picture-in-picture break. Back with the commentary from Hampden Academy in just a few moments.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Yeah, Brewer with a goal kick here as Hampden puts it out of bounds on the end line. Gives time for Brewer to reset.
Chris Hoare doing a spectacular job picking up the play-by-play duties out of the picture-in-picture break. Just inside of 23 minutes remaining in the contest. Hampden leading it by 4 as they search for their first victory of the season here in game number 2. Both these teams 1-0 losers their first time out. Brewer falling to Brunswick, Hampden to Camden Hills. Which is goal kick coming up here. Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Find them at fitchcompany.com. Brewer wins possession, now trying to bring it up beyond the midfield. That will take a deflection out of play off of Hampden. We'll have a look at the live events coming up this week on the airwaves of 92.9 The Ticket. Red Sox baseball, late night baseball tonight once again as the Red Sox in Sacramento, the temporary home of the A's. 7-0 winners last night. 7-0. Was that the final score?
I believe so.
Sounds right. Garrett Crochet, 7 strong. That's why I was getting my sevens confused. He had 10 strikeouts, only gave up 3 hits there. Connolly Early making his Major League debut tonight, getting the call up from AAA Worcester. 23-year-old lefty on the bump for the Red Sox with Dustin May going on the IL. That series concludes tomorrow afternoon on the Ticket. 2:35 coverage, 3:35 the first pitch, so no drive tomorrow afternoon. Thursday, we've got Thursday Night Football between the Commanders and the Packers. Great way to kick off Week 2 in the NFL. And then Friday night, the Yankees come to Fenway for a big September weekend series in Boston. Wild card seeding, positioning, who knows? AL East still up for grabs. It's all on the line this weekend at Fenway. Godfrey exploding up towards the midfield and bending around the defender to continue his run down into the corner. No questioning his motor. He has been at full speed the entire night.
Yeah, and they're, with him out there, and they're playing at kind of different levels. He's got a different speed to him, and just relying on the rest of the Witches to catch up with him. And it hasn't been there tonight, and Hampden's done a good job containing him because he's been 1-on-4 and 1-on-5. And, even the second half here, 90% of the action so far has been down in the Hampden Academy offensive end. And, I really think that last 2 goals of the first half really kind of took the wind out of the sails for Brewer, and they just haven't been able to recover yet.
Yeah, pretty deflating there, allowing 3 goals in the final 3 minutes and 18 seconds of the first half. Scoreless for much of the first half, then a 1-goal margin for about 10 to 12 minutes before the Broncos really broke through there at the end. Coverage tonight is brought to you in part by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan, Route 1 in Hancock, and at tonysfairwayauto.com. Also brought to you by Tim's Plumbing, where service is their specialty for all your plumbing needs. It's Tim's Plumbing. Call 735-4969 or visit timsplumbingmaine.com. And the Farmer's Table has you covered for home-style cooking just like Mom makes it. 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. Osney plays it down to Godfrey. Godfrey dumped right around the 45-yard line. He'll win a free kick for the Witches. Sent deep by Cosmo Masterson over the head of the first line, the only line really, and into the waiting arms of Savage. Colorful kit down there for the Hampden keeper. Any idea how that works in high school? Do you get to pick from a few different options of what you got, or?
I'm not sure. My guess is, the coach and the athletic director choose the uniforms, and usually, and I would say a sport like soccer, your goalie's been established for a few years, so he's going to be a goalie. So, as they come up through the program, they may allow them to choose their specific shirt.
Add a little personal touch to it. Eli Willett in the Brewer goal, rocking the Witches orange, as you can see, as he chases after this ball and keeps it in play with his foot to a Bronco. Hampden scrambling to try to keep the move alive with Willett now back in net. Marquis, his next goal would give him a hat trick. Instead, he plays it out wide. Jake O'Donnell. An interception there by Hampden as Coleman Chase was trying to play the cross in. Don't forget to start your weekdays the right way. The morning roast from 6 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Those last 3, Tyler, Greg, and Cunha in the studio. And then tomorrow afternoon, there is no drive. Like I told you, Red Sox and the A's at 3:35. The drive will be back on Thursday. Myself, Jim, and Ernie in the studio for the first hour, and then RJ Novio, part of our Ticket TV crew here tonight. We throw him into the fire, and he takes over the board for the drive at 5. So
nice. Updated pictures, too.
I know. A little scary now that you guys see the mugs up there, but I don't know. Max is, he was leaving that graphic up there for a long time. I think that's a 1 second and dump. Let it marinate, as he said. Just over a quarter hour remaining tonight in Hampden. The Broncos have been in control since about halfway through the opening half. 3 quick goals at the end of the first half set them on the pace towards their first victory of the season. Got a whistle there. And a free kick awarded to the Witches. Don't forget to follow Ticket TV on social media. On Twitter, find us at 929 The Ticket. Facebook, throw a period in there between the 2 and the 9, 92.9 The Ticket. And on Instagram, just the numbers and the letters, 929 The Ticket. Our coverage is brought to you in part by Knowlton Automotive, a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. Knowlton Automotive provides guaranteed service at a fair price. 3297 Broadway in Kentuskeg, or at knowltonautomotive.net. Also brought to you by American-made Home Goods. Continue that liner after this move by the Witches as the ball is knocked out of play. You can stop in at 36 Springer Drive in Bangor in the Rennie's Plaza and explore their incredible selection of USA-made products. AMHG Works, where American-made matters. They've got it all from healthy snacks, artisan goods from all 50 states.
Yeah, last possession by Brewers. Good run on that. They made 2 or 3 passes, took it to one side, and then nice switch to the other side, and had a good run by John Osney, resulting in a corner kick.
Which is finding a little bit of space on the edge of the area here.
That's made a huge difference. They have Hampden's not so aggressive on them on the ball, and Brewers got a little space and making good decisions with it, keeping him down here.
Long throw coming up for the Witches. Chucked into the center of the area, played high into the air and looping over the goal. Savage watches it out of play. The Back Alley Bar and Grill, located at 15 Hilder Street in Bangor, online at backalleyrestaurant.com. Swing on in if you're hungry after the game, located at the Family Fun Bowling Center, where good times roll, as do the bowling balls. Whistle's becoming a little more active here in the second half as play gets a bit choppy here in the final quarter hour. Hampden trying to work it up the pitch. Fasciole, he was very busy in the first half. Really, before the Broncos even got on the board, he was doing a lot of that work trying to shoot his way up the sideline down beneath us before a play flip for half number 2.
Yeah, him and Chase Coffey have done a great job on the outside on both sides for the Hampden offense, and then you throw a marquee in the middle, and that's a tough run of 3 guys coming at your defense.
Bronco attack looking very strong here tonight, albeit in a short burst there at the end of the first half. From new construction to remodels, RT Electrical does it all. Owner Ryan Trabeau is a licensed and fully insured master electrician ready to take on your residential and commercial work, plus generators, lighting, and EV chargers like RT Electrical on Facebook, or call 694-1564 today. Hey Max, something real weird is going on in our headsets with like crowd lights and stuff spiking. Here comes Marquis. He's still looking for that hat trick goal. 2 quick ones in the first half for the freshman. An offering from distance. Scooped out of the air by Willette. Godfrey has been out there since the first whistle for the Witches. Take a look at the upcoming schedules here for these teams in just a minute. Coming back towards the midfield here for the Broncos, that was Studley. Up and over the top, and a whistle. Sends it in the other direction. With a lull in the action, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the visitors tonight. The Brewer Witches, losers the first time out against Brunswick. They host Mount Ararat on Thursday, and then they're at Bangor on Friday. We'll have that game on Ticket TV. Those dates are confusing me a little bit, but we'll have Bangor and Brewer on Ticket TV, and then the following Thursday at Oxford Hills, 4 o'clock, the kickoff of that one. Hampden Academy Broncos Here's how they line things up over the course of the next week or so. Saturday at Lewiston, a 5 o'clock kickoff. The following Saturday at Messalonsky is a morning game. And then the following Tuesday at Mount Blue. So a bit of an extended trip on the road coming up here for Hampden Academy.
Yeah, both of these teams starting out with definitely two really tough teams before they play, well, as they play each other as well. But you got Hampden starting off with Camden Hills, who's defending state champions. And then they go to Lewiston after this game. And you got Brewer, who plays Brunswick, who's traditionally a really good program as well. They're always in the mix. And then they're hosting their first home game against Mount Ararat, who's another team that's always in the mix.
Not a lot of easy entries into the season in Class A boys soccer.
And if you're a young team and maybe your experience is down a little bit, playing a schedule like that in the beginning is only going to help you for later in the season. And
thrown back in by the Witches. Godfrey thumps it along with his forehead. Auto Radiator Services has been serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years for general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters. Call 942-4554 or stop by at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. Also brought to you by Mainstay Skincare. Want to look and feel your best at Mainstay Skincare? Dr. Shannon Allen blends medical precision with an artistic touch, helping you achieve natural, lasting results. Visit 12 Schumann Avenue, Suite 7 in Augusta, or online at mainstayskincare.com. Mainstay Skincare, where the science of beauty is perfected. See the clock on the scoreboard, both on our Ticket TV bug and in the background there at Hampden Academy, winding down here tonight. Approaching 8 minutes remaining in this contest. You'd have to imagine the only thing to be decided at this point is the final score.
I haven't seen any, I don't believe we've seen Paxton Snow here in the second half for Brewer. He was one of the few bright spots there for Brewer in the tough first half. Offensively, a couple looks, but hopefully he's not injured.
Yeah, he had quite the splash there when he first came on to the game. All of a sudden, Brewer was making runs down at that end. There was a physical player taking on the Broncos defenders. You look down on the roster, and it's just a freshman making that impact.
Yeah, right. And he started the game, so I'm not sure he didn't. I don't think he started the second half, and then obviously you had Jack Robertson go out there at, I don't know, maybe the 18, 19-minute mark, and another key defender for them that, they can't afford to lose.
Osney trying to step onto the ball there, but Hampden keeps it at their feet before Brewer a touch in the midfield. Senior Coleman Chase gets spilled to the turf there and wins a free kick for the Broncos. Are you looking for trucks or heavy equipment? Hildreth Street Auto and Equipment, located at 2209 Route 2, is your one-stop shop. From skid steers to bulldozers to dump trucks and excavators. Buy, rent, or consign with confidence. Call 951-1514 or visit hildrethstreetauto.com today. Osney trying to play it ahead into the path of Alexander. That pass was picked off, but it stays with the Witches. Back to Osney, now in the purple paint, trying for a centering ball into the middle of the area, and right there to pluck it out of the air is Savage. Junior keeper Dylan Savage hasn't had too much work to do tonight for the Broncos, but when needed, he's been on the spot.
He's got a pretty big foot, too. The few punts we've seen, he sends it a fair ways past midfield, which is obviously a weapon if you're trying to transition, especially if you got Marquis and Sholey and Coffee down there.
Yeah, he just single-handedly tilted the field there with about a 70-yard boot. Setting up the near sideline, and Hampden will just play it out. At Maniac and Sniffin' Snack, burgers for you, biscuits for Bowser. Maniac Snack Shack and Sniffin' Snack, because best friends snack together. Find both in Levant and on Facebook. Tasty treats for humans and hounds. Played down there by Brewer. Jacob Look bringing it under his control. Inside the final 5 minutes here at Hampden Academy. Broncos will improve to 1-1. The Witches will fall to 0-2, though Brewer still in search of a goal here tonight, looking for a little consolation to take from this trip to Hampden Academy. From Friday Night Lights to the roar of the soccer crowd, Sweet Frog is your go-to game day treat. Stop in at 878 Sweet Bee, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor, and pile on the fun with froyo and ice cream and all your favorite toppings. Sweet Frog, where sports and sweets always win. Giving chase after the ball there for the Broncos was Lucas Knox. Yet another senior for these two squads. Chase hits the turf in a battle with Godfrey, who comes away with the ball at his feet. Godfrey trying to square one for a teammate, but unable to get the angle, and it rolls back to Savage. For over 40 years, Union Street Towing has been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts, fully licensed and insured. Call Union Street Towing at 942-4200. Godfrey bangs the ball back towards the midfield. Preston McLean with the ball at his feet. And a little bit of a loose touch there out of play. Bit of a hush has fallen over the crowd here at Hampden Academy, playing out the final 2 minutes of this Class A boys soccer contest. Got a free kick coming up for the Broncos. Marquis takes it quickly. Sent in deep, and that kick is good. Just the wrong sport.
Yeah. I think it's that blinking light might have distracted him over off the building.
Godfrey plays it out of the air. Broncos try to take it away. Studley and Godfrey. And a shove there. Godfrey winning a free kick for Brewer. If you've got a craving, then Sweet Cheeks 24-hour bakery has you covered. Open in Holden, Verona Island, Ellsworth, and their newest location in Newport, and coming soon in Bucksport. From cookies to cupcakes, pies to pastries, your favorites are always ready. Visit sweetcheeksbakes.com and find them on Facebook.
It's one thing that always confused me when they play on a soccer field, why they have to mark off 10 yards.
You got the dash marks right there for you.
You're right, but, you know. Part of the process, I guess.
Do it the old-fashioned way. Osney keeping the ball at his feet as we're inside the final 60 seconds here of this one.
I couldn't really count 10 steps because it'd be like 15 or 20 for me to get through.
Godfrey again spinning down to 30. McLean will step into that one and send it wide. Savage and the Broncos in no rush to go after that ball and put it back into play. And they're just waiting for the countdown from the voice in the sky. There it is. Counting off the final seconds on the opening victory of the season for the Hampden Academy Broncos. 4-0 tonight here on their home turf. The Broncos take down the Brewer Witches for win number 1 of the 2025 high school boys soccer season. Brewer falls to 0-2. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show is coming your way next, right here on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia. You'll do better at Darling's.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
Welcome back here at Hampden Academy. There's a shot of Chris Hoare in our broadcast booth, ducking behind the
the camera's
corner
over there.
here
Yes,
as
I can't
tell him he's
hide.
on TV. Yeah, fans clearing out here after a 4-0 victory for the home team. The Broncos victorious over the Witches, and we welcome you into the post-game show. It's brought to you by McDonald's. Extra value meals are officially back. McDonald's is making bold moves to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer, to find the offers you won't want to miss. Let's get off to the highlights from this one, the plays of the game. Next Home Experience has our game highlights. The market leader, get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. There they are, that final highlight, the last goal of the game that was scored with 9 seconds remaining in the first half. Chase Coffey from the penalty spot. The Broncos 3 goals in the final 3 minutes and 18 seconds of that first half of play, en route to the 4-0 win over the Brewer Witches here tonight on their home turf. Time now to get you the game recap, brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. The goal scorers tonight, Chris, Eli Marquis, a talented freshman with 2 of those goals. He had the first and the third for the Broncos. Aiden Ball scored at the 3:18 mark. You saw him like he was shot out of a cannon up that sideline, and then a bullet into the back of the net off his right foot. And finally, Chase Coffey, as I mentioned, from the spot with 9 seconds remaining. 3 goals in 3 minutes and 18 seconds is a tough thing to come back from, and we saw just the kind of effect that had, not only on the play of the Brewer Witches, but maybe the psyche as well, just trying to come back from that avalanche at the end of the first half.
Yeah, and Brewer had a little momentum there. It was 1-0, and then, I don't know, a minute later, Paxton Snow comes down and puts an all-out effort and has an opportunity to get a shot on net, and Brewer has a little momentum, and then play goes even for the next 10 minutes or so, and all of a sudden, Hampden puts a 3 spot on real quick, back to back, and that especially that third one was a backbreaker. But when you get the fourth one without no time coming off the clock with 9 seconds left in the half, that's just a lot to come back from.
Uno Pizzeria and Grill, the sponsor of the game recap. 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, and great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. All right, let's bring you the play of the game, and we're going to dial it back to that first goal of the night from Mr. Marquis, the freshman. Play of the game presented by Quirk Auto Group, and it's the first goal of the 2025 season for the Hampden Academy Broncos.
Yeah, it was just a great shot. He created a little space by going left first and then coming back right, and he's a tough guy to defend. You have to play both feet, and if you jump to his right foot, he's just going to cross and go back left, and it was a laser of a shot, and he picked his corner and found it.
Eli Marquis, his first right there. He would add another with about 95 seconds remaining in the first half. Play of the game presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, by Quirk, and now it's off to the player of the game presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. And getting ahead of myself a little bit, but that's because we're talking about the same individual here. Here is that second goal coming from a set piece, and boy, for your first 2 goals at the high school level to open your scoring campaign like that, a pair of pretty solid ones on display here tonight from Marquis.
Yeah, and if you hadn't seen him before, just the first 30 seconds of the game, you could see what kind of stamp he was going to put on the game. I mean, he controlled the attention of the Brewer defense, and when they were trying to follow him, Coffey and Fascioli and all the rest of the Hampden offense got involved, and it's all because of how much attention he drew.
That player of the game is brought to you by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar, taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be. The official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. All right, up next in our post-game show, we got to give you a look at the live events coming up the rest of the week on 92.9 The Ticket. First, I'll tell you about Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. Ticket TV, presented by Greenway Equipment Sales. Through our producer Max, a little curveball there. My apologies to him. Now let's take a look at those live events. Coming up tonight, late night baseball for the Red Sox out in Sacramento. Looking for the series win against the A's. It would be a third straight for the Red Sox. Connolly Early making his MLB debut. A talented lefty pitcher for the Sox, 23-year-old. Pre-game coverage at 9:05. The first pitch an hour later. Tomorrow the series concludes. 3:35 is the first pitch. Thursday night, Week 2 in the NFL kicks off between the Commanders and the Packers, with coverage beginning at 7:30. The kickoff at right around 8:20, and then on Friday night, Red Sox and Yankees from Fenway Park. 6:10 the pregame, 7:10 the first pitch. Coverage on Ticket TV, presented in part by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226 or visit LevesqueBusinessSolutions.com. Also brought to you by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, they've been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Let's take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule. Just kicking off a busy week here on Ticket TV. Tomorrow, we will be in Herman. The Caribou Vikings making their way down to take on the Herman Hawks for some boys soccer at 4. Thursday, the MDI Trojans take on the Old Town Coyotes at 6 o'clock. More boys soccer there. Friday night, we are up in Orono for some 8-man action between the Red Riots and the Stearns Minutemen. And then next week kicks off back in Herman at the Pottle Sports Complex. John Baptist at Herman boys soccer at 6 o'clock. That is a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule here on Ticket TV. Our coverage tonight presented by Eastern Maine Community College. At Eastern Maine Community College, every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others are starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. Well, Chris, only one thing to do tonight, and that is give credit to our Ticket TV crew around the grounds here at Hampden Academy. Max Pottle directing and producing tonight's soccer contest. He was also whipping up the graphics. RJ Novio is our camera operator. Matt Cunha, assistant director in the truck with Max. He was also on the scoreboard. And Chris joining me up here in the booth for the call of this one. Hampden Academy emphatic with their first win of the season, 4-0 tonight over the Witches.
Yeah, good job by Hampden Academy to come and rebound after a tough loss in their first game and get the win and move in the right direction for them.
Until tomorrow, I'm Mark Paulette saying so long here on Ticket TV. This has been High School Soccer.
High School Sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years.
Eastern Maine Community College. One college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu.
High School Sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hampden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High School Sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The